So today I'm going to be talking about Kali Uchis' debut album, Isolation. It's her follow-up album to her first album, Por Vida. She was born in Virginia. Her family's from Colombia, so you could consider her a Colombian singer. Super good. She's been on the rise for a while now. A lot of people call her like anti-pop or just a new face for pop, a new take on pop. She's definitely been making waves. She was on Get You with Daniel Caesar, a big song that everybody's listened to in like 2015, 2016. To this day even. I'm really excited for this album because there are a lot of features on here. We got Tyler, we got Kevin Parker, we got Thundercat, Steve Lacy, Rommel Hermani, if that's how you pronounce your name, I'm super sorry. Brockhampton producer. Who else do we have? We have Georgia Smith, Damon Albarn. A lot of you guys know him as the guy from Gorillaz. And a couple of Grammy Award winning producers like om'mas O'Keefe. And I'm super sorry if I forgot anybody else, but those are the ones that came right off the top of my head. Based on the album cover, there's satin, satin, satin all over Kali, and she's dressed super nice red. In contrast to like her last album cover, it's kind of dark. So I'm assuming this album might be a little darker in tone, maybe a little more serious. The reason I'm assuming this is because I did a review, reaction, and analysis for After the Storm music video, and Kali Uchis directed that, so I don't think she does anything not purposefully. I'm sure there's a reason why she's wearing red, why it's like satin instead of the clouds like blue compared to her last album. But today I'm going to be reviewing this album, reacting to it. Pretty excited, so let's get started. The first song is Body Language Intro.
I'm sick and tired of talking. Told you everything you need to know. Just come closer, closer.
So that was Body Language. It sounds like elevator music. So fun fact, I just learned this from a friend the other day. I guess there's a genre for it. I think it's called bossa nova. Just really good elevator music. Like if I was in an elevator and I could listen to Body Language over and over, I'd be down. I'd be down to take that elevator 90 floors, no problem. I don't even know how old some of the songs are in elevators. Super good song. It was produced by Thundercat and om'mas O'Keefe, Grammy Award winning producer. This is a song I'd probably have going on while I'm doing something, but I wouldn't like play this in the car or something, you know? All right, so let's move on to the next song. Miami featuring B.I.A. or Baya.
You know I'm calling, I'm here to collect. You know what I came for, I'm here to collect. Me in his video like bound one. Why would I be Kim when I be Kanye? Never get it twisted, ain't too bougie for Corona. With a grind on the side, I bring my sand to the trap. Cause my baggage is way too expensive to pack.
Sounds like her family does not believe where she's getting all her money from. I don't know if the culture in Colombia and like Mexico are the same, but parents are definitely, you know, son muy metiches. Everybody just loves starting drama, and it sounds like Kali's has her fair share. Like her family doesn't believe she's getting her money from music. That's the vibe I got from the lyrics. So, you know, that's kind of fucked up. It's a good song because she's kind of like calling him out. She's like, I'm making my money. I really love the lyric where she's like, he said he'd want me in his video like Bound One, but why would I be Kim? I could be Kanye. Like, shout out Kali, that was a solid ass line. And then B.I.A.'s verse, I was surprised. I thought it was good. I liked it. It was a quality verse. It was a solid verse. My favorite line was, never get it twisted, ain't too bougie for Corona. Next song is Just a Stranger featuring Steve Lacy. And fun fact about this song, one of the producers from Brockhampton helped co-produce this song, Rommel Hermani. Great producer, so I'm excited to listen to this song. I love Brockhampton, hence the shirt. If you know, you know.
If you are her, you never know. I think you do it too.
She wants my $100 bills. She don't want love. She wants my $100 bills.
Cause you can't take the danger.
So, definitely an unorthodox banger on this album so far. You know, I can definitely hear the Brockhampton production, just the off-kilter production, but it just vibes. It's a good-ass track. I love Steve Lacy's like chorus. It seems like Kali Uchis is, I think she's building on the theme Isolation, because her making all this money, she almost feels alone. The vibe I got from this song was that people are judging her how she makes her money, and they're just strangers and they don't know what's really going on. I'd like listen to this. You're just a stranger watching from the bleachers because you can't take the danger. For example, YouTube haters, like when they comment on how someone's making their money because they're on YouTube, blah blah blah. Reality is they never had the audacity to do whatever the said party is doing on said YouTube video because they're too scared. They're just always going to remain on the bleachers. I like the subject matter of this song. It's really good, showing, again, reinforcing that Callie is very like, fuck you, I'm going to make my money however I want. Let's move on to the next song, Flight 22. I don't know if you can see that, but I have goosebumps. That's how good this song is. Super good, 22 out of 10. Callie Uchis was in the 50s. She had that old ass microphone on. She had like that sequin dress, like Marilyn Monroe singing in JFK. Like that, I got that ambiance from like this song. It was just crooner, a swooner. She had me swooning, like wow. Callie, what did you, so good. It was so good. This is my favorite song so far. Like Just a Stranger is really good too, but Flight 22, it's the song you play if it's like a sunny day, you're wearing a nice suit, you bought like your crush some flowers, or you're wearing a nice dress and you bought your crush some flowers, and it's like you're just dancing around with the flowers, you're all happy, you're in love. Like that's Flight 22. I wanted to shout out the producer for Flight 22. I think it's his maybe production debut on like a major hit, but it was produced by Wayne Gordon. But yeah, let's move on to the next song. Your Teeth in My Neck. So I've heard this song twice live. I love this song, but we're gonna listen to the album version. Let's see what it sounds like. So here we go.
I've been working so hard, just give you more. You know better, you know.
Got a few. It's a good song. I like it, but the live version, I felt like the guitar, the bass, the drums were louder. It was a heavier song. This one felt almost light because of the light like key notes, you know? Felt a little more lighthearted than like hard hitting in the live version. This one feels a little left to be desired. It's not as hard hitting. It almost feels too, her chorus, it's very strong, very like loud instrumentals would have been perfect. I feel like her vocals would have been better paired with louder guitars, drums, bass line. This song would have been a banger with that. Instead they went with the cutesy piano. I'm not sure why. I think it's suffering from Riding Around, what Riding Around suffered from. Like the single sounded better than the album version, because the album version was too cutesy. The single itself was a little more hard hitting. It's still a dope song. Recommend you check it out. But let's move on to the next one, Tyrant with Georgia Smith. I'm sure some of you have heard it before. I've heard it before. Let's run through it real quick.
Like a chopper.
Solid song. Solid song. I'm just starting to realize Georgia Smith almost brings the mood down, putting almost like just to give you a breather a little bit. She's a really good singer. Callie Uchis' part definitely like, you know, you dance a little bit, it's a vibe. Alright, let's go to the next song, Dead to Me. Alright, so Dead to Me is produced by 2 Inch Punch. Whoa, okay, so 2 Inch Punch, he's produced for a lot of people, produced for Sam Smith, Rex Orange County, Troy Lanez. Right away, I already get, she's like shooting shots. She's been shooting shots at people, family, friends, everything. So Isolation definitely is a fitting title to this album so far. She's feeling isolated. Sounds like people did her wrong and she has to cut them off because of her fame, which, you know, is typical whenever you're a rising star. I'm sure this is her way of dealing with it, her expressing how she feels. The song is a clear shot at a friend, family member, loved one, or something. They're dead to her because they did her wrong. Something went wrong. So, danceable song. I really like the synths. I was vibing to the song, but then when I found out like, oh, Kelly's kind of like calling someone out. You know, it's kind of like if you're at prom, if you were dancing to this song, Kelly was performing it, and the person that's dead to her is like, she's staring him down. And I'm just dancing. It's like, am I supposed to be dancing? Am I supposed to be staring this person down? The subject matter didn't match the vibe the song was giving off, you know? It felt almost like it could have been a sadder song or a more somber song. Let's move on to the next one. Nuestro Planeta featuring Raycon. You can hear the Latin music in this one, the echoey drums. Okay, so that was Spanish. Obviously, it was a song in Spanish. Relates to that theme of isolation. She's talking about someone that, hola, me recuerdas, era yo a la que tanto querías. Sounds like she's talking to an ex-lover. Like, hey, do you remember me? I'm that girl you said you supposedly loved so much. And now this person's like acting fake, and she like looks at him differently and everything. She sees that he's with other people. He's faking, or she's faking who she used to be. I hope that people who even though don't understand the song still vibe to this song. It's definitely one of those songs that I feel like I'd hear in Mexico at a club, and then people are just kind of like, you know, dancing close and grinding and shit. It was an okay song, I feel. It's not a banger, it's not like bad, it's like meh. On to the next song, In My Dreams. Here we go. Okay, so In My Dreams pretty much had the same vibe like Dead to Me. I feel like, am I supposed to be dancing to this? It sounds happy, but if you listen to the subject matter, it's kind of depressing. We had some dark truths, like, it's the dream world. My mama's never on coke. This isn't my way to cope. Washing my mind out with soap. It's a surprisingly depressing song. Sounds 8-bitty in nature. It sounds Gorillaz-y in nature. Damon Albarn, Gorillaz, produced this song. I'm still kind of like, whoa, I hope Kelly's okay. It's very confessional. She's being really transparent with her fans. I'm having a dilemma whether enjoying the song or just kind of like feeling the vibe, feeling the subject matter of the song, where it's like danceable, but it's depressing. So I'm kind of confused whether I should be dancing to this or not. Let's move on to the next song. Gotta Get Up, Interlude. So that was Gotta Get Up, Interlude. Whoa, the instrumental was really good though. Bing, bing. I thought that was Kevin Parker for a second, but I took a look at the producers, and it was produced by Josh Crocker, Jeff Gittleman, and Midas Touch. It's like a motivational song, like even though she's depressed and everything, it sounds like she's telling herself to get out of bed. She has to chase that money, she has to make that album, she has to, you know, pay her bills. Now let's move on to the next song, Tomorrow. This one's produced by Kevin Parker, so I'm excited to hear what it sounds like. Definitely sounded more like a almost Tame Impala featuring Kali Uchis. Not you could hear the Tame Impala more than you could hear Kali. You could hear Kali sound a lot in verse 2, but this song sounded more like almost like Currents with features. You know what I mean? It was all right. You know, wasn't feeling too much. It was a nice like come down from all like the poppy upbeat songs. But I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. I was expecting, I don't know, something like a hit, you know. but I think that might just be me having high expectations for this song. I'm sure when I come back to it, I'll probably like it a little bit more, but right now I'm just not really feeling it. Let's move on to the next song, Coming Home Interlude. Is that Thundercat? Alright, so that song was Kali Uchis with producers Greg Kurstin and Soundwave. Like, I'm assuming Greg Kurstin was the first part, the poppy, weird like pop sound, because it sounded like Leaky Lee, Sia type production. He's known for producing for them. It was okay. It was okay. The beat switch though with Thundercat, like the Thundercat bass or sound, is that Soundwave sound? I don't know. That was super good. I was not expecting that. It was almost like whoa. It's cool to hear Soundwave on here. I wasn't expecting it. I almost wish it wasn't an interlude, because that was good. I like the vibe, like keep on moving. All right, let's move on to the next song, After the Storm. So I made a video about that. It was an analysis for the music video. I love the song, but let's go through it real quick. Anyways.
Goes around, eventually comes back to you. So you gotta be careful, baby, and look both ways before you cross my mind.
What can I say? After the Storm, in context with these other songs, is almost kind of like an okay song, like second tier good song. Let's move on to the next song, Feeling Like a Fool. So again, this had like a 70s vibe to it, like upbeat 70s, I think, 70s song. I'm gonna consider this like the underrated track of the album because it's near the end. Everybody's gonna try to like skip it, find the best songs. So I already know, I get the feeling that this is gonna be an underrated song. Highly recommend you check this song out. Highly recommend you check it out. Real quick, I'm gonna talk about Feel Like a Fool's subject matter. I really liked a lot of lyrics in this song too. For example, she found out he had a baby mama, like, you know, he has a kid, you know, basically reprimanding him, like, now you know you should know better. You almost expect her like, oh, you know, she's gonna say she ditched this guy, but then she hits you, but I still run all my errands in your sweater. Like, damn. We tend to be in relationships that we know are fucked up and sometimes just ignore it and just continue on, I guess. So Kali isn't perfect, you know, like most of us probably we've had that fucked up relationship that we stay in and then don't really learn from it, but recognize it, you know? Girls are gonna be captioning that, guys are gonna be captioning it on their captions for Instagram for a minute. So let's move on to the final song, Killer, by Kali Uchis. So here we go. Those keys. Strings. Kali Uchis is talking about a lover that, again, maybe the same lover from earlier, but maybe a different one. But she's talking about how, and if you love me, you would never do this. Our future is battered and bloody. It's so fucking ruthless. You know, it sounds like he killed their relationship and it's all over. And this is her like lamenting about it and just venting her frustrations about it over gorgeous production. om'mas Keith, fun fact, has produced a lot for like Frank Ocean, a lot of notable people, Erykah Badu, Kanye West, Jay-Z, phenomenal producer. And it shows on this track, like probably another underrated song on this album that is going to be underrated because it's at the end. I really hope you check it out. It's phenomenal. Kali's lamenting vocals, the strings, it feels grandiose. It feels like back in like the 50s where there's one singer and there's just a bunch of people in the background, like an orchestra with like strings and everything, piano. whew, it's gorgeous vibes. I want to see the music video for this song. I want to see it soon. I want to see it now. Isolation, what did I think? A lot of songs really did support the idea of why Callie feels so isolated, why she feels so alone. Lamenting about the fact that her family members still don't accept her for making her money from Colombia, and they assume she's like a stripper. Isolated, that makes me sad. I wish it wasn't that way. A friend or a lover or something that's dead to her because they did her wrong, fucked up. After the storm, she's struggling like to be happy after the storm of depression. Gotta get up. She's trying to motivate herself to get up in the morning, to pursue her career, to make that money that she's gonna make. All these songs relate to that theme of isolation. I was worried that due to the heavy amount of features, she wasn't gonna have a coherent theme or a coherent sound, but I don't think I think Callie does a good job at making sure it all flows, everything kind of belongs together. Only song arguably I could say doesn't really fit in too well is maybe In My Dreams. That one sounds a little like 8-bitty, just poppy in a weird way. It was definitely one of my least favorite songs. But thematically, sonically, and everything, she keeps it coherent, she keeps it neat. It all flows. Best tracks, I'm gonna hit you with the best tracks right now. Body language, if you're doing stuff, if you're trying to be productive, if you're making out or something, body language is the song to play in the background. Miami is good song. Just Stranger, that's one of the top tracks I definitely recommend you check out. Flight 22, Flight 22, best song. I decided it, best song. Don't even argue, it's best song. Your Teeth in My Neck's pretty good too. Killer and Feel Like a Fool. So again, Body Language, Just a Stranger, Flight 22, Your Teeth in My Neck, Feel Like a Fool, and Killer. Those are songs that you absolutely have to check out. Worst songs I recommend you stay away from is In My Dreams. If you compare In My Dreams to the other collaboration that Damon Albarn and Callie Uchis had, it's almost like a letdown. I definitely recommend you skip that one. Coming Home, the first part of that interlude is a letdown a little bit. But otherwise, most of these songs are solid. Most of these songs are good. I love the sound, Callie's vocals. Callie never sounds like she's not bringing her best to the table. I like this album. Honestly, for her debut album, she did a fantastic job. I'm gonna have to give this one an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this album. I wasn't expecting it to enjoy it this much. Again, I'll reiterate, because of all the collaborations, but she manages to make it work. The only glaring problems are In My Dreams and Tomorrow, because they don't sound like Callie Uchis songs. They sound like her collaborators' songs featuring Callie Uchis. But fantastic album. Shout out Callie Uchis. I'm excited to hear what's next. Thanks for watching this reaction review, you guys. Really appreciate it if you stayed till the end. Really would appreciate if you bought this album. Buy it. No doubt about it, you have to buy this album. Support Callie, go to her concerts. She is one of the few artists that I know that sounds way better live, or arguably the same live. I've seen her twice now, and I do not regret it. Love Callie Uchis. And if Callie Uchis is listening to this, I don't know. Fantastic album. You did a great job. It was amazing. Wow. And yeah. All right. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to check her out. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out the other videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.